We're continuing our look into problem-solving strategies with this section. We're going to look at three more strategies in depth. First one is working backward, where you start from the end result and you work backward. So where the example that we're going to look at says, consider this mathematical machine. You input a number, then subtract 7, multiply by 6, divide by 3, and then add 14, and then that will give you your output. So if the input is 13, what is the output going to be? So 13 minus 7 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 divided by 3 is 12. And then finally, 12 plus 14 is 26. So the output here would be 26. Now, parts B and C are going to work backwards. It says, what number would you have to use as an input if you wanted 39 as an output? And then what number would you have to input to obtain an output of 48? So both of these we're going to work backwards. So we're going to be doing the opposite of each step. So if I start at 39 as my output, instead of adding 14, because I'm working backwards, I'm going to subtract 14. 39 minus 14 is 25. Then again, working backwards again, instead of dividing by 3, I'm going to multiply by 3. So that's 25 times 3. So I'm at 75. Moving up again, instead of multiplying by 6, we're dividing by 6. So 75 divided by 6 is going to be 12.5. And then the last step, instead of subtracting 7, we're going to add 7. So 12.5 plus 7 is 19.5. So if I wanted 39 as an output, I'm going to input 19.5. So we can do the same exact process here. If I want an output of 48, let me work backwards to see what I need to input. So 48 minus 14, because we're working backwards, is going to be 34. And actually, I'll go ahead and write these here. So 48 minus 14 is going to be 34. Instead of dividing by 3, we're going to multiply by 3. So 34 times 3 is going to be 102. Then instead of multiplying by 6, because we're working backwards, we're going to divide that by 6. So 102 divided by 6, that's going to equal 17. And then finally, 17 plus 7 we'll end up with 24. So to end up with 48 as our output, we would need to input 24, working backwards. Now, hopefully you've noticed there is a relationship here between the input and the output. If our input is 13, the output is 26. Input is 19.5, output is 39. Input is 24, output is 48. Hopefully you can see the output is twice the input, and we are going to use algebra to show that that is true. I'm going to let n equal the input, and I'm going to let p equal my output. So to find my output, let's walk through the process. It's the input minus 7, then times 6, divided by 3, and finally we're going to add 14. So let me write that algebraically. It's my input minus 7, then we're going to take that and multiply it by 6. Then we're going to divide the whole thing by 3, and then finally add 14. So that's how the machine's going to work. But right now this is a big mess, so let's simplify this algebraically. With the fraction, 6 divided by 3 is 2. So this leaves me with 2 times n minus 7 plus 14. Let me continue this over here. Distributing, we get 2n minus 14 plus 14. So there we've shown algebraically that the output is 2 times the input. Now, another strategy on the next page here is eliminating possibilities. Sometimes, instead of going straight to an answer, what you can do is just eliminate all of the wrong answers, and then whatever is less is kind of very Sherlock Holmes-esque. Whatever is left must be the correct answer. So let's look at what we have here. It says Ms. Gardner is thinking of a number. The number is not even. That means it's odd. The sum of its digits is divisible by 2. The number is a multiple of 11. It is greater than 4 times 5. It is also a multiple of 3. And it is less than 7 times 8 plus 23. So we're given a whole lot of information. I'm going to start with our limitations. We're told that the number is greater than 4 times 5. So the number is more than 20. And then down here, we're told that it is less than 7 times 8 plus 23. 7 times 8 is 56. 56 plus 23 is 79. So it's less than 79. So now we know our number is more than 20, less than 79. We're also told that it is a multiple of 11. So I'm going to look at the multiples of 11 that are greater than 20 but less than 79. So that means we're looking at 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, and 77. So I've now dealt with this, and this. So now we're going to narrow it down. We know it's one of these 6 numbers. We're told the number is not an even number. Okay, so that means it's odd. So let me cross out the even numbers. So I'm down to just 3 choices. Then it says the sum of its digits is divisible by 2. 3 plus 3 is 6. That's divisible by 2, so that one works. 5 plus 5 is 10. Well, that's also divisible by 2. 7 plus 7 is 14. That's divisible by 2. So this second one is not going to narrow it down at all. But that's okay because I have one more. It's a multiple of 3. Between 33, 55, and 77, 33 is the only one that is a multiple of 3. So her number, 33.